Hello, everybody. How you doing? How are we all? I feel like I haven't spoken to you in ages, but it's not actually really been all that long. Obviously, we had a couple of streams last week. We didn't stream on Wednesday because I was tired and I got home with like quarter of an hour to spare. How are we all doing? Is this all working? Was that all good? I think I need to update some because we are actually on 138. Are we on 138? Yes. Yes, we are. New month, new mini. Yes, well, we've got lots of minis today. So, in fact, what I can show you guys is the videos aren't out yet, but the disclosure has finally passed. Because obviously I was busy getting the croup finished. So, we have this bad boy, Wintermoor. Hooray! Games Workshop sent me this early. Very kind of them to do that. To build up and paint. And that's what I've been doing. So if I just pop over to this camera here, as you can see, this is what we've been working on today. Here we are. Here's the Skinnerkin. So they're actually finished. I'm now on the stage of doing the base. So there we go. Bosh. The one with the two guys in the trench coat. Indeed, you may, Angmar. So, they should be on here. On this. There we go. There we go. Two guys in the trench coat. Hang on. So, the Brotherhood of the Bolt. Or Brethren of the Bolt, I think is what they're called. They're here. They're here to get done. But we also have, it finally arrived, the Saviours of Cinderfall. So they're also going to be done. Hopefully this week. But who knows. So they're all on my to-do list. But as you can see here, if I just pop back to the old face cam, as you can see here, all of the Hallowed Knights are now built, primed, and ready for painting. So we're going to be doing a clearing the backlog for these guys. However, what I might also do is just do like a couple of, like I might do like how to paint Hallowed Knights. Well, what do you guys want? Do you want to see another clearing the backlog video? Where we paint the Quest to Soulsworn, the 5 Vigilors, this Lord Arcanum, this guy, 10 Vindictors and 3 Annihilators, or do you want to see different videos for all of it, because it's all going to be Hallowed Knights? What would you guys prefer to see? Clearing the Backlog Part 3, or like a bunch of individual videos that are all fundamentally the same thing? I'm doing a diorama with Callus and Toll versus Skaven. That sounds sick, Captain Crunch. 40 minis for this month. Oh, many minis for this month. Yeah, because like I said, they're all Hallowed Knights, so there's no difference going on there. And there's clearing the backlog videos means I can get all of them done in one video. because it's fundamentally the same scheme that happens across, what was it, 5, 10, 15, 21, 25 miniatures. Ogres or orcs for 4th. At the moment, I would say orcs, but you never know what might happen with the Ogre Moor tribes. They might finally get a complete redo. Clearing the backlog video. Yeah. I'm really glad the AoS streams were successful over at Liam's. A lot of people saw the light of AoS being the better game system. I'm with you, Wargunner28. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed them. I really enjoyed them. It was really nice to hang out with those guys. And it was great to spread the light of Sigmar. Sigmar didn't lie. Not in this area of the world. So yeah, tonight I thought we could play. This afternoon, I thought we could paint some Hallowed Knights. We could chat AoS 4. And yeah, just have a generally good old time. I might be boring and just paint some Vigilors. Not Vigilors, Vindictors. Because they're the most boring ones. Because we don't want to have, like... Because the Annihilators and stuff would look good in the video, I think. Yes, Fulgrim is in the back crying out for some paint. I will get to him. No, Jack, so I can show you what I'm going to be doing for them. I can show you how I'm going to be painting these. So, you know, we probably don't even really need the clearing the backlog video, but we'll see. So I can show you what the recipe is. And I've sorted out, I think I've finally got a handle on how the new camera works. So it should look pretty good now if I do this. What do you think? Think it looks good? We've got a new lens on the way as well, so we'll be able to get even closer. I was like, budgets be damned. My people on the internet need a new lens. I swear I bought a new pot of this. I did. Is Trail still 3rd of April? No, I need to change it. It needs to be next week. I don't know why I said it as 3rd of April, because it only gives me like two or 3 days to do the pack. So normally I wouldn't do it that way, and I don't know why I did. I was looking at that today, so it will be next week, as I was probably always intending it to be. It's not going to be this week, just because it's not enough time to get stuff in. So yes, there is a little bit of a micro extension if you want to get stuff in for next week. But yeah, I honestly, I don't know what was going through my head. Normally, it's like if the final day of the week is the same week as the first Wednesday, I'm like, no, we bump it to the next one. But I had it in my head that it was next week. So, Hallowed Knights. First colour we're going to be using. When will deadline be then? Next Monday? Yeah, next Monday. Glad to hear that you're pushing Tales until next week, since I did not get my pictures taken by my daughter. It's character month. Yes, it is character month. So the first colour on my Hallowed Knights scheme is Grey Knight's Steel, and we apply this over the top of the entire amount of the armour. They've all been primed in Grey Seer, but White Scar would absolutely be appropriate as well. Baradon, thank you very much for the 1 gifted membership. You're kicking things off today. You're an absolute hero. Love you. Thank you. It's very kind of you. Thank you. Do consider becoming a member, guys. It's a very, very, very lovely way to support the channel. But if you just want to support the channel for free, you can do so by leaving a like on the video. As I always forget to say, because I didn't have to say it last week. Honestly, it was really, really nice being with Liam and Joe last week. Their excitement for Age of Sigmar is just so lovely. And getting to play the game, obviously, I don't get enough time to play games, enough space to play games in my schedule. So just getting able to play 2 games of Age of Sigmar in a couple of days was just really, really nice for me. I really, really, really enjoyed myself. And like I said, being able to see the excitement from Liam's community, from my community, just to see everybody kind of really enjoying the game. It felt like a real kind of felt like quite like an achievement from my perspective. Kind of just like sharing my favorite thing with you guys. As I love Age of Sigmar so much. It's my favorite thing in the world. Because the risk is that you share something like with any, I think with any game in this hobby space, is everybody has their favorite thing, right? And there are some people who have, you know, their kind of more generic favorite, which is, you know, things like 40k and Age of Sigmar to a certain extent. But you can like go, hey, have you tried this game? It's my favorite game, and people can go, oh no, it was awful, I don't like it. And that can be a little bit gutting. So to be able to share in my just what is my favorite thing about Warhammer with Liam and Joe, and for them to come away from it just really invigorated and excited by the game, was just really, really lovely. It was such a lovely, lovely time. It gave me a lot of energy. So I came back and I was like, I'm gonna get my Hallowed Knights done. I'm gonna get them built and ready to go. Because that'll make me very happy. And I realized, because I was like, oh, there's only like 20 models left to go. And then, as we've just discovered together, it's actually more like 25. But because we built most of them on Me Time Monday, I only had a couple left to do. So I built the Annihilators, and I built the last of those 3 Quest of Soulsworn. And I finished off building the last 4 Vigilors as well, which I hadn't done. From when I did the Hammers of Sigmar clearing the backlog video. So, you know, I was really, really, really rather pleased with last week's antics. I was doing a lot of reflecting on the train on the way back, and I was like, you know, sadly, a YouTube channel at the moment, especially in Warhammer, can't be fully sustained by just doing Age of Sigmar. So, you know, and also, you know, I wouldn't want to just pigeonhole myself into just doing Age of Sigmar models, but, you know, part of me was like, I love to see the growth that the game has gone through, especially like the enthusiasm. I saw the occasional thing in the chat calling it, you know, the words I don't like. People being rude. But it was really nice. Cool. So that's the first colour. Grey Knight Steel. So we're going to let that dry just for a minute. Thank you, Baradon. Vindicator Prime. It is a Vindicator Prime. I finished the Silent King yesterday. Many thanks to your excellent tutorial. Oh, sick, Dudex. How much of a crime would it be if I painted Guard of Steel Soul as a Hammer of Sigmar? I mean, it's a pretty big crime, but you're not converting it into a Space Marine, so that's okay. That's the worst crime. You're sentenced to life if you're doing that. Hello, Conic Melter. Hello, Cos. Happy to join while assembling Space Marine Scouts and slowly going mad. Oh, I don't blame you. Would not want any other stream while edge highlighting a Helldrake. Oh, that's very kind of you, Croaterm. What's your opinion on the change to double turns for 4th? If you take a double turn, you can't choose a battle tactic that second turn. I really like it, Yamail Langmar. I really like it. I think it's very, very, very good. It's a very tactical change. It means that you can, if you're in a weaker position, you can create a stronger position by not necessarily scoring points, but leveling the playing field if you need to. But also, if you don't need to, you can continue to score the points. You can keep that turn-by-turn basis. I think it just adds a huge layer of tactical nuance to the game, but also that it remains. The crucial thing is that it's still there. Like, I think it's such an iconic part of Age of Sigmar. That I love that they've not just got rid of it, because I think if some people in the super competitive crowd had their way, it would be gone, but it's not, and that's great. I love it. Night Lord's kill team is coming. Indeed it is, Abdul. As is the Warcry box. They're both coming, and the new kill team and the new Warcry box. As I mentioned, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you could please leave a like on the stream, that would be great, because it means more people will come and watch and support the channel, because it would be wonderful. Pyre and Flood, exactly, Yamail. Pyre and Flood, the best name ever. If you could leave a like on the stream, our first goal is 50 likes, and we're already 34 of the way there, so 16 more to go. I love you too, Abdul. You're always here, and I really like it. So unlike the 40k design team, the AoS team doesn't pander to competitive players. Well, I wouldn't say that, but I hope not. I don't think they will. Oh, guys, I haven't seen you in so long. I didn't get to show you my super dumb purchase. I don't know if this is going to get me demonetized or not, but I bought this. Because I want to make a really cool stream layout for you guys for when we eventually move house to the new studio one day. I want to be able to have things on the wall that in the background you go, hey, this guy's a nerd. So I bought this, and I bought this from Etsy. It was a bargain. So it's not an official replica, but it is it's just a fun prop toy. So I have got Herogrim, the Sword of Theoden, who is my favourite character in Lord of the Rings. I love Theoden so much. So I bought this, and it makes me feel great. Could mount on the wall above the paints. I could. Problem is, it's the full deal. See? Like, it's like 43 inches long. So it only just about goes in there. So I've always, I'm a child, right? I have a fascination with owning props. I love them, and they're always so prohibitively expensive. And then I was like, wait. So I was watching Jacksepticeye, and he bought the Moonlight Greatsword from the Dark Souls stuff from Software Game, and he was like, I got it from Etsy for super cheap. So I was like, well, I'm gonna go and have a look. And so I went and had a look, and I was like, there it is, Herogrim, the Sword of Theoden. Here it is. And it was only like 60 quid. So I was like, it's not £250. So yeah, I just love this hell. I love the. I just love it so much. Like I said, Theoden, he's my favourite character. Now I want to get Anduril and Sting, and of course, you know, I would also like the Moonlight Greatsword because I love the what's it called? I love the From Software games, but that's for another time. I basically just did it whilst Alice wasn't here, and then told her I bought it. If I buy any more, they have to. I think they'll have to be run past out. But yeah. So I bought that, and it makes me very, very happy that I own it. I will try and do a sprue review with it at some point as a joke, if that's what you would like. Good evening, Dave. I'm wanting to get an official replica Witcher sword, but they start at €1,500. Well, exactly, Jack. That's the point. Is I'm like, I want to get the official ones. I want an official Anduril flame, the Flame of the West. Of course, I want it, but it's like 500, 600 quid. I'm like, no. It's the same for things like I would really like a replica Baker rifle from Sharp, just so I have these things because I'm a child. Sword first, forgiveness later. Exactly. So, next colour that goes on. My main army is Slaves to Darkness, so seeing Abraxia the day after Adepticon made me excited. Why haven't they released it sooner? Oh, I know. It is exactly the right. It is the top priority, Alice. You agreed anyway. You said it. You said you felt powerful when you held it as well. So I'll get you. I'll get you one for you. Right. Next color going on is Space Wolves Grey. This goes over the top of the armor. We really want to just reinforce that blue. May pass it as a tax deductible. Yeah. It's decoration for the office. If I just make one video with it, then it's tax. Then it's a tax write-off. You know what I really need is I need somebody out there to forge me a Galmaraz replica. That's really what we need. Yeah, you probably could do Dex. If there's an air version of it, or if you're comfortable turning these paints into air versions, yeah, you probably could. we go. Look at how blue that is now. Have you ever tried painting Citadel air paints with a brush? No, I haven't. Can I bribe you with super chats to paint the 4th Ed launch box at least partly as Hammers of Sigmar? You certainly can, Cameron. At the moment, I'm waiting to see exactly what it is they do with it. Because it looks like Hallowed Knights are going to be leading it, but I would be surprised if they paint the entire box as Hallowed Knights. Then again, they might. But yeah, my intention will be to do kind of do a breadth of different stuff as well. Liam is painting Stormcast tonight on a stream. What have you done to him? I've brought him to the light side. I've brought him into Sigmar's light. He is now within the realms of Azir. Wanted to shoot a quick thanks your way. Couldn't decide how to do Lord of Virulence Flesh Cape. The Neurotyrant Tentacle scheme was perfect. Cheers. Well, thank you very much, Joe, for the 5. That's very kind of you. I'm glad I could help. That is another £5 into the PC fund. There we go. Check that out. Thank you so much, Joe. I'm glad I could help. Indirectly. But yeah, the Citadel Air range you can just use with the brush. So I need to get 25 Hallowed Knights done. So this is the thing with my Stormcast, right, guys? I need to get 25 Hallowed Knights done. This includes 10 Vindictors, 5 Vigilors, 6 Questa Soulsworn, 3 Annihilators, and a Lord Arcanum. This is the... What that happens is that gives us 2,000 points of 3rd edition Hallowed Knights, which means we'll have done Hallowed Knights and Hammers of Sigmar. My 3rd and final Stormhost that I would love to get finished before the edition comes around, depending on time, is my Celestial Vindicators. And for that, we've got 10 Sequitors to do, 5 Evocators, a Lord Arcanum on Griff Charger? Is that what it's called? Or a Knight Incantor? It's the one that's on a Griff Charger. Is the other one. And then there's a Celestar Ballista as well. And then that finishes off the Celestial Vindicators. And then we'll be sat on 3 2,000 point armies of 3 different Storm hosts. So then when the core box comes out... No, not the Lord Aquilor. It's... It's this one. This one. But I changed my Celestial Vindicator, my Celestial Vindicators list, so that I could paint up the Griff Charger in the style of the one on the Lord Aquilor for you, Cameron. Oh, 5 Vanquishers as well. They'll be going into the Celestial Vindicators. Oh, Marius Gage, thank you very much for the $4.99. Have another extra to the PC fund. Thanks for the Triumph of St. Catherine's video. It was super useful. Thank you very much. I'm gonna round you up. So we're gonna go up to 460. There we go. Because I think my computer will freak out. How many models do you have unpainted? Probably hundreds, Thomas. Definitely hundreds. I have at least, like... there's at least like 50 or 60 intercessors minimum that are unpainted. Oh, there's hundreds and hundreds of unpainted models. Just on this shelf here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. There's about 70 models on this shelf here that you can't see. Over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, definitely hundreds. You need another raffle of unwanted minis. Yeah, no, I do. What I'm trying to figure out what the best way of doing the raffle is do I do like multiple different raffles where there's loads of different prizes, or do I do loads of different raffles where there's one prize, so you guys can buy tickets for the specific raffle to win the specific prize you're after, or do I do one big raffle and then there's like 30 prizes and then there's 30 winners, something like that. So do one raffle but loads and loads of prizes. It's not a bad idea. Okay, so the next thing to do here a 40k and an AoS raffle. Yeah, that's a good idea. So the next colour is Black Legion, and we use this on things like the boots. Like that. And in the gaps in the armour as well. Like that. think that's all of it. There we go. All the Black Legion. Oh, the peak... Whoever wins the raffle ends up having to pay £200 in shipping. No, never like that. I usually cover all the shipping out of the money from the raffles. The Pete McF, thank you so much for the £20. Just submitted my first squad in the Tales Discord chat. Wanted to say thank you for helping me through a dark time in my life. Cheers, buddy. Oh, the Pete, thank you very much. I'm glad I could help. Honestly, I really do. I'm really very, very glad I can help. You'll always have a place. There's always a community of light, and you can find that in the Discord. Always, absolutely. And awesome. Thank you so much for submitting. I will be putting it into Tails, and you're going to get so many compliments. It's not even going to be funny. I just finished painting my Psychophage, thanks to your guide. Oh, you're very welcome, Mr. Salmon. I hope you enjoyed it. Wargunner28, how can I join the Discord? You can join the Discord as a benefit to becoming a member or a Patreon subscriber. Tell you what we can try and do, Wargunner. I'll try and see if I can... Let's see what happens. Let's try something. Shush me. See if I can snipe you. There you go, Wargunner28. So now, as a benefit for your new membership, you can join the Discord. That was lucky. That makes it look like I have some sort of skill. I do not. Thomas, what do you think of the new Ungrim Iron Fist from the old world? Oh, I love it. I love it. I think it's fantastic. I'm very excited. I don't know what you're saying, Tim. Tim. I'm going to have to put you in timeout. Okay. Okay, now we've got another one. Okay. Hopefully that stops it. I don't know how. I've got subscribers only on. Get the heavy flamer. Oh yeah, I need to update this. Bosh. The melter, please. Hand me the melter. Sorry, Travis. I've no idea what they're saying, but it's probably naughty. Great shit. Just doing a little bit of correcting. Fab. Okay. I forgot to do somewhere on the inside of the shield, which we're going to do Black Legion. That's very strange. Perhaps I'm a successful streamer now. That means I'm getting the bots. You know, there's like two common indicators that you're doing well. Is one is getting bots, and the other is hate comments. Weirdly enough. Okay, so now we need to do the shield. And I traditionally do this. Yeah, apparently from South Africa, apparently. Which is pretty cool if I do. So we're going to take Talisar Blue. Where's the best place to start this? Probably up here. Bosh. Oh, we got another one. Got it. I can't remember what you're supposed to do on the shield facings of. Is it gold on the front or is it silver? I'm pretty certain it's silver. Yeah. Yes. It is silver. Hello, Liam. Oh, you're saying gold? I've got an old one that I did here somewhere. Let's see what past Josh said to do. Past Josh did silver. And I did white on the lightning bolt and silver on the shoulder as well. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Cool story, Josh. Oh, thanks, Liam. Yeah, silver for the hammer. Yeah, so it'd be silver for the face and then white for the thingies. You did gold face. I mean, there's no right or wrong answer after all. Oh, you've got the net. You got the link now. Cool, cool, Dudex. Yeah, and gold trim. Excellent. I have to wait for the blue to dry, really. Well, I can do the... I might as well just do the silver now, mightn't I? I was saying earlier, Liam, spending that time with you over the weekend really, really, really inspired me. To get a wriggle on with my oh, I did more black. Okay. To get on with my second storm host, which was the Hammers of Sigmar. Because as you saw, I had I had 10 judicators and a knight judicator who were with you when I played against Mr. the Joe. I'd recommend if anybody's looking for a really cool story about the Hallowed Knights, listen to Plague Garden, because it is just an unbelievable book. I think as books go, it's probably one of the best that Games Workshop's ever made. If you'd like to be fully up to date with the story of the Hallowed Knights, you can hear the beginning of their story in I want to say in the second of the Realmgate Wars books. But there is one that's almost completely dedicated to them, which is called Wardens of the Everqueen, which is very good. And then yeah, Plague Garden. Plague Garden's one of the best model novels ever made. Didn't paint any of the feet or back of knees black. Should I have? Well, for me, those are the soft details. For years, it was unexplained how the boots actually worked for Stormcast, but it turns out they wear boots. Working on bank holes should be illegal. Indeed, it should, Dana. But welcome. Black Pyramid is the second book. Yeah, so there's Black Pyramid that comes after, but I can't ever find it anywhere. What silver is used for the armor? It looks like nothing I've ever seen before. This is Grey Knight steel, and then it's been shaded with their back. Boom. I did Grey Knight steel, and then I shaded it with Space Wolves Grey. Is what that is. So for the grips of the weapons, I usually do like a pink, but you were saying earlier about doing Galvor backed red, weren't you, Liam? Black Pyramid is on Audible, is it? Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, I know what I'm going to be doing. I've been looking for that book for ages. Thank you so much, guys. And Travis, thank you so much for the $9.99 for the PC fund. This portion is to be used for the keys T and 7 on the keyboard. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. I don't think I updated from the previous postcard. Sam Nash has been a member for 10 months. I'm completely sorry I missed that. The bot's got you. Cannot wait for all the AoS 4.0 tutorials. Excited. Me too, buddy. Me too. Yeah, that was from Pete. Oh, I did put that one in. Yes. So thank you very much, Travis. I'm going to pop that one in now. I think $9.99 is about £7. So we'll just do that. Like that. Boom. Galvorback is in the battle tome. Right, yeah. So I will do Sigmar brown. Because usually I do like pink, but it doesn't feel quite right. So we'll go with Sigmar brown. Because I'm a sucker for Sigmar brown. Really like it as a paint. As anybody who's been watching the Kroot coverage will know. Bosh. And then we do this over the top of the little dagger as well. Boom. We might be finally ready for Ultramarines Blue. You planning to go to the AoS 4 reveal-y thing to... Oh, God, yes. Actually, that is a great, great point. When is that? When do the tickets go on sale for that? Warhammer Community. Yes, I would really like to go for that. When did the tickets go on sale? £7 PM UK time. Thank you so much for reminding me. Oh, God damn it. I look away for 2 minutes. There we go. I got it. Cool. So at 7, I'm going to set an alarm on my phone. Edit. For 6:55. Al, if you're still watching, Do you want to come to this? It's on the 18th and 19th of May. At least it's not a Slanesh bot. Exactly. Alright. So... Hang on. Let me pull it up on stream. You can see it. Celebrate the new edition of Warhammer Age of Sigmar at the Mortal Realms Reforged. As ruin strikes the mortal realms in the apocalyptic form of the Vermin Doom, there's an altogether rosier outlook in the real world. Warhammer Age of Sigmar fans in the USA and UK will be able to try out the new edition for themselves this May. The Mortal Realms Reforged is one event running concurrently at Warhammer World in Nottingham, UK, and at the Dallas TX leg of the US Open series. It's then, 18th to 19th of May, Nottingham, UK. This is the first chance anywhere in the world to try out the smart changes wrought by the Warhammer studio. Most importantly, attendees will be able to play a hands-on demo of the new game, and they'll also find out more about the exciting new Spearhead format, learn about the new rules, see all the gorgeous new miniatures, and learn how to paint the Skaven and Stormcast Eternals of the Hallowed Knights. Oh, okay. Hallowed Knights are going to be leading the box. So yeah, I'm going to try and get tickets for that tonight. Do you want to come to this, Al? Because I can try and get 2 or 3. I think Adam wants to go, so... That's fair, GameX. This colour is Retributor armour for those of you who are painting along at home. Bosh. Adrian, for the posh Joe to the Great Hall. Thank you very much, Adrian. That's very kind. For the $24.99. I think that puts us over, like, somewhere like that. Yeah, we're getting bots today. I wonder if I can go in here and go... If we do that. Oh, I've done this in completely the wrong order. Oh, usually my streams are subscriber mode only, but for some reason, well, usually I have it set to 1 minute. That usually stops it, but for today it's not, so I've just set it to a longer time. Right, this is Ultramarines Blue. When you layer different contrasts, do you do a test model first or just wing it? Most of the time, I'm just winging it. Oh, was there a question, was there? How would you paint lightning eyes on Stormcast with/without helmets? The best thing to do is to get all of the colors down for if they're without helmets, get the colors down for the flesh that you want. Once you get all that down, then go in with white over the eyes, and then just use a blue of your choice. Frostheart is probably the best one, and that'll give you what you're after. That's how I would do it. And it'd be the same for the helmeted guys. I also spot that Mr. Reza Prime is here. Hello, Mr. Reza Prime. How are you, gorgeous? Do you play more 40k AoS or Old World? I probably play more 40k. I would love to play a lot more Age of Sigmar. I haven't had a chance to play Old World yet. I think at this point I'm kind of saving myself for when the High Elves come out. Or the Wood Elves, whichever's first. I've kind of resolved that that's going to be the thing that's going to pull me in. As to whether or not it will become my main game is a different case entirely, but I am just waiting for those at the minute. AoS is the game I wish I played all the time. The trouble is you have to convince I have to convince all my 40k friends that they want to actually play for AoS. Which I've done a pretty good job of so far. Adam has very slowly been being converted. How are you doing after that awesome fight against Liam? Honestly. Do I have to paint all this soft armor? You're trying to get me to swear, Liam. No, you don't have to do that. But if you've got a bit of Black Legion, you can just throw it in there if you want. It just breaks up the armor just a little bit. You don't have to do anything to it, anything else to it after that. But I had, I think, one of the best the best kind of three days in my YouTube content creator career so far with Liam and his crew. Seeing his setup, getting to hang out with him, playing Age of Sigmar, talking Age of Sigmar, talking about all kinds of things. I realised quite how much Liam and I have in common, which is actually a frightening amount. And yeah, I just really enjoyed myself, and I had a great time. I felt really inspired and re-energized after it. I'm trying really hard to not, like, I said to Liam before I left that, like, I would worry that I'd ruined everything for him for a few days. You know, that's just because of my self-esteem issues that I have. I've been trying really hard to ignore that. That instinct of mine to just be like, oh no. What if everybody who saw that went, oh god, he's gonna have people like this on. Get him out. And that's just my brain trying to tell me that I'm terrible at this. But I had an incredible time, and I can't wait to go back and do more. If he'll have me, he might not have me. For the previously mentioned reason that he now has to work really hard on his 40k streams to get his get his user base back. Even though the numbers don't lie, you know, it's just one of those things. My brain can't. My brain's dumb. Not sure if you saw touch on this before, but I had to dip out for work. What do you think of the little info we've gotten for AoS 4.0 so far? Oh, very good. Very good. I'm very encouraged. At the moment, I think the future is quite rosy. Oh, I would hate it if that changed, Vicious Goose. AoS double turn is a good thing. Do we have a question? King Lupus 84. A good ratio for oil paint wash. Oil to thinner. Oh, I don't know, King Lupus. I've never used oil paints. I wouldn't be able to answer that in any kind of confidence. Hang on. Oh, battle tactics are definitely sticking around Elec Man, but it looks like they're rebuilding them from the ground up, which is good. And I think they add a very good layer, and I think they're going to integrate them with the game a little bit more. So we've already seen with the AoS, the AoS. We've already seen with the with the double turn thing, how if you choose to take the double turn, you can't then score a battle tactic, which is really good, a really cool change. And that, I think, to me already speaks to they'll probably be changing them up. I would guess as well that battle tome specific ones might not happen. But we'll see. Liam says he's not awesome. Liam, you're incredible, man. The work, the passion, the vibe, the channel, the personality, who you are, all of it is awesome. You do incredible stuff, man. You're an incredible force. You're a force of nature within this YouTubey world. And you're incredible, man. Oh, of course. Okay, we need one more paint. which is iron hand steel. I'm going to be using it in 2 places. Like that. And like that. So the other thing we would do next, normally we would do some shading, right? However, using the iron hand steel is the next job, really, big job. So once we've got all our base coats on, we then come over the top of our large areas of silver. Like that, just avoiding the recesses. So we won't do, for example, those hip plates just there, but then we do skip over and we do this kind of the thighs. Like that. And then the knees. Bring it around here. How that? See how beautifully shiny that makes them? There's the alarm. Okay. T minus 5 minutes. Boom. You still here, Liam? Did you leave? It'll be on the Eventbrite page. Eventbrite Warhammer. Warhammer events. Boom. And it is called... What was it called? The Mortal Realms Reforged. So if you need the page, I'm probably hampering myself, but here you go. It's here. And then the exact one is the is this one. Two minutes. Hello, Hendrik. Can I just also say, guys, massive thank you for the 90 likes on the stream. Can we get to 100 likes? 10 more likes. How you doing, Hendrik? You okay? This is for the it's basically for the introduction, Mr. Reza. Introduction of AoS 4. Which faction in the new core start box are you excited about the most? Well, Stormcast, obviously. Never, Travis. There's never time to do some work. It's time for Warhammer, always! We'll do a Warhipster meetup, shall we? You guys have crushed it. What? It appeared and then it disappeared. Come on. At Warhammer World for the Mortal Realms Reforged, Dave. If I can get a ticket, but apparently... They appeared and then they disappeared. I think we'll see a model. Cool, I got a ticket. Did you get general tickets or did you get hobby challenge tickets, Liam? There's hobby challenge tickets and there's contest of generals tickets as well. So you can play in some form of tournament or do the hobby challenge. I would guess that hobby challenge lets you just lets you paint a new Stormcast. Hello, Loco TV. I do need to learn how to paint Hallowed Knights. I'm not gonna buy a hobby challenge ticket. Yeah. Yeah, it's just they have a bunch of stuff there that you can then then build a thing out of. It is fun. I did it at Warhammer Fest, but I'm not going to do it. When are you going to do the Cursed City expansion models? I've got some of them. So I've got Radikar the Beast. And I will get to doing the others eventually. It's just one of those things. I just haven't had the time. I was about to paint all 10 Vigilors and 10 Vanquishers in traditional gold scheme, but since new stuff is all Hallowed Knights, I might save a unit of each for that scheme. It's a good idea. Show up, do a non-metallic metal Hallowed Knight, fail to elaborate, leave. That would be excellent. I have tickets, so I will be going. That shield you sent me a picture of, Liam, looks fantastic. Okay, so we're just going to add some shades over this. Can we expect to see the glory that is Pyre and Flood from you, Josh? I want to do it. And that's all I'll say. So I'm going to use Guilliman Flesh to shade the gold here. Quite often you'll see me use a thinned down mix of Fireslayer Flesh, but we don't need as much. We don't need that much here. So we're just going to do Guilliman Flesh to shade this gold. Because Guilliman Flesh is a lovely paint to shade gold with. And this will almost put us at a Warhipster battle ready. We just have one last thing to do. Well, two last things left to do. But they're both shades. Joe can't come? What on earth are you paying him for, Liam? You just can't get the Joes these days, can you? There we go. It was Shatterpoint that I built on stream a while back, Cameron. So I've been thinking about the Helen tutorial, and I've been thinking about whether or not I can do a pile of Luminef stuff this month. We might be able to. So this next shade is Griff Charger Grey. And I use that all over the top of all the remaining silver. Boom. And there we have it. One Warhipster battle ready. Hallowed Knight. We can always do something like, if we need to, use Null Oil. You generally shouldn't need to, but if you want it to be a little bit darker on the inside of the shield, just use a little bit of that newly reformulated Null Oil. You know, it's not really all that new now. Like that. And that will just give it that little bit of extra punch. There you go. Battle ready. So the next highlights up on it would be to do silver highlights, so usually Stormhost silver, to highlight up that silver, and then for the gold, just a relayer of Retributor armor, and then probably a highlight of Stormhost silver again. The highlight for the blue is Hoeth blue, and then the highlight for the silver is Ironbreaker. There you go. So, let's just hang out for a little bit, guys. And let me ask the question. Who wants to take us to 10 new members today? We're only 4 away. Too bad you don't play Nurgle, our Lord and Saviour. Well, Chris, it's all part of the plan for the Grand Army of Chaos. I'm already more or less like a quarter of the way there with my Nurgle. So my Maggot Kingdom Nurgle, I have the Puscoil Blight Lords, 5 Putrid Blight Kings, and I have the Harbinger of Decay. Yeah, that's his name. So then I have 2 Great Unclean Ones, 20 Plague Bearers, a Beast of Nurgle, as well as the Demons half of it. But I want to expand the Maggot Kingdom Nurgle beyond that. However, I would really like Maggot Kingdom Nurgle to get some new miniatures. Cameron, thank you very much for the 5 gifted memberships. You've put us over 10 for today. That is very kind of you. That is models painted. Member goals. There it is. So that puts us on 633. Thank you very much, Cameron. That's very kind. And then Vicious Goose with another 5 members. That puts us on 638. That's very, very kind of you, Vicious Goose. Do I hear a Glotkin in there? So Glotkin is on my list of things to do, as is what's his name? Blowab Rot Spawned. So yeah, I think there was a question from Laura about Salute. I haven't really kind of figured out Salute yet. It might be that I just do this AoS thing. I'm not sure what my next couple of weeks look like. I am actually about to get really busy in the next couple of days. Gotta hit 1,000 throbbing members before AoS 4. Oh my goodness. If we could get to 1,000 members before AoS 4, I think my little heart would explode. My little heart would explode into 1,000 tiny pieces. If we could get to so my goal for the year for subscribers is 75,000. If we can somehow find 14,500 people who want to subscribe to the channel between now and, I'm going to guess, June or July, then can you have a couple of members or a couple of subscribers? You can have whatever you want, Liam. Guys, if you aren't already, please do. If you aren't already, I'd like you all to now go to this link. And I'd like you all to subscribe to Liam Dempsey. With AoS 4, I imagine you will get a big influx. You have the best tutorials on YouTube, period. That's very kind of you, Vicious Goose. I very much appreciate it. I hope we do. I hope AoS 4 lands as well as when Leviathan or Indomitus comes out and I paint the entire box, it lands very well because it's 40k. I hope AoS has the same impact. But essentially what you're going to see is you're going to see whatever is in that core box. Whatever you're going to see is whatever in that core box. Everything will get a video. And usually what we do as well with the Space Marine half, what we might do is for the Stormcast this time around is we might do some more Storm hosts as well. So if there's I don't know, 10 Liberators in there, we'll do 5 in the Storm host that I choose to paint the box in, and then the other 5 will be divvied up amongst other Storm hosts. And then depending on how many units are in that box, there will be other Storm hosts maybe on that. However, if there aren't other units in that box that kind of that I can make a kind of cool thing out of. It might be that we end up picking, and I might even let you guys pick which storm host we end up doing for the majority of them. Obviously, for Dominion, last time out we did Celestial Vindicators. This time, who knows? It could be Hallowed Knights, could be Astral Templars, could be Celestial Warbringers. But what there will also be is there will also be follow-up models. So, the thing is that I want to have these three storm hosts. My Celestial Knights Excelsior is another option. I want to have these 3 storm hosts up to 2,000 points. Now the question is do I go for a 4th one up to 2,000 points, or do I get each of these 3 up to 3,000? Because there will be other models that will come out as well. So you'll get the unit of battle line and like 2 or 3 characters, and there may be some specialist units. Usually is how it goes. If I think back to AoS 1, Age of Sigmar, Mighty Battles in an Age of Unending War, there was Liberators, Prosecutors, Retributors, Vandus Hammerhand, the Lord Relictor. They were all in that box. So if it's the same thing, Dominion, Soul Wars, you had Secretors, Castigators, there was the Secretors, Castigators, Evocators, and then there was the Knight Incantor and the Lord Arcanum on Griffcharger. And then, of course, Dominion, we had the Vindictors, there were 10 of them. There was the Praetors, the Annihilators, and then there was the 4 characters. There was the Knight Vexilla, there was Yndrasta, the Celestial Spear, the Lord Imperator, and the Knight Arcanum. Big man, hey man, big review of Nightmare box in the coming weeks. I'll see what I can do for you, Imba Bunny. So, essentially, Stormcast is always a problem for me because I just want to do nothing but Stormcast, and I recognise that that can get boring for some people. Because you don't want to just like end up drowned in a bunch of Stormcast videos, right? So the whole thing is, whenever these large core boxes come around, I generally kind of, if there's a video for every single thing in the box, then that's really good from a new person's perspective, and that is generally what we end up doing. So what you're likely to see is basically about a month's period where there's a video every day, I would guess. Will you do videos for the different Skaven clans as well? Yeah, so that's the thing as well. So on the good side, on the evil side, forces of chaos, basically, I will probably do something along the lines of, again, pick a clan like Eshin or Pestilence or something, and paint the majority of the box in that. But also, if it's possible to, do a Pestilence, Scryer, all that kind of thing. Do that across the rest of, hold some of the models back as well. So you can end up, again, we don't know what the contents of the box are going to be, but you can end up with a situation where there's about 10, 15, 20 videos. Liam and I want to have a conversation with Liam about how we make the best launch content for AoS 4 and really kick it off in terms of playing the game. So I might see if I can get down to Liam to film some how to play games for his channel, and do some stuff for me as well. How much for Molder to be first? Well, we'll see. We'll see, Star Pilot. I'm predicting 10 Thunderstrike Liberators, 5 or 3 if GW decides to be lame, of the new Nation unit, whether that's a Redeemer or Paladin unit, 3 Thunderstrike Prosecutors and 2 to 4 heroes. Yeah, I think you're probably quite close there, Alec Man. It wouldn't surprise me if it's almost basically Age of Sigmar, Mighty Battles in an Age of Unending War again, to give it its full title. Wouldn't surprise me. I suspect what you'll also see is because of, if you base your things on Dominion, the Gut Rippers, you got 10 Gut Rippers, you got 4 or 5 characters, you got 3 Man Skewer Bolt Boys. So you got the Swamp Caller Shaman, the boss on thingy, the Merc Knob, and you got the other boss. Yeah, I think it's 4 characters, and then you got the 20 Hobgrots as well. So it wouldn't surprise me if in the Skaven you get something similar. You get like a 10-man block of something that's like elite infantry, maybe like Storm Vermin or something like that, and then you got a block of like 20 Clan Rights or whatever the hell we're going to get. So honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if you see something like almost like 20 miniatures for the Stormcast and probably somewhere in the region of about 40 to possibly even 50 models for the Skaven. So from that perspective, you know, there will be tons of stuff from that box alone, and then there'll be whatever comes out for the rest of those ranges as well. You've got to remember, like, multi-part, if it is Liberators, multi-part Liberators, predict more or less models than Leviathan. Probably similar size, similar amount to Leviathan. Possibly even more, depending on how Skaven work, you know. I could, of course, be completely wrong, and they could surprise me and be like, yep, there's 20 Liberators in here. Or 10 Liberators, 10 Judicators, 3 Prosecutors, 5 Retributors, 3 characters, including Vandus Hammerhand. I could be completely wrong, but I'm hoping I'm not. So we'll find out. But everything will get a video. This is my first new edition AoS. Is it always this hyped and exciting? Yes, Dana. It is. It is. And every edition of AoS so far, I've read the core rules, got the models, and just been blown away. I've just really, really loved what they've produced for every edition of AoS so far in terms of core boxes. Soul Wars was fantastic. Age of Sigmar, Mighty Battles in an Age of an Ending War, shows its age. Dominion was fantastic, and this one I'm hoping will be no different. I suspect this one will be called the Vermin Doom or something like that, but I'm very, very excited for it. Lee Barnes, good evening. Good evening to you, Lee. You're wrapping up your Gnash Tooth. Oh, I'm very excited, Travis. Your Gnash Tooth is a work in progress of beautifulness. Would you say getting the old starter sets be a bad option with 4.0 on the horizon? No, I don't think so. I think Dominion would be a great box. If you can find it, I mean, generally you can. There's lots of Dominion boxes out there. They massively overproduce them. Because, you know, everyone was like, make one for every customer. So they did, and then they didn't sell as many. If you can find Dominion, absolutely get it. Because it's just full of great models. The older ones, I don't know. Especially like the first one. I suspect a lot of that's going to change or get updated or be rebooted or whatever. So it's worth just maybe holding off on things like Liberators and stuff like that, because we don't know what's going to change. But for anything that's Thunderstrike, so from anything in the last 3 years, you're probably fine. Same for the Sacrosanct stuff, which is all the wizardy bits. So like the mages and stuff, the Secretors and stuff like that. They'll all be fine, I should think. As will the Vanguard stuff, so like the Hunters and stuff. I've tried to get into Sigmar a couple of times. I don't know what it is. Maybe the lack of bolters. I understand you, Marius. I get it. Sometimes a fantasy setting is not for everybody. Sometimes it's just not for everyone. I'm holding out until High Elves box for Old World was released. Yeah, I'm with you there, Cameron. High Elves or Wood Elves, whichever is first. Or if they drop them both at the same time, I'm in trouble. I've mainly got all the 3rd edition Stormcast, so I've held off for the 4th edition. That makes sense, Robert. Well, you know, maybe Spearhead will be your way in, Marius. You don't have to do a huge army, just a Spearhead box. And if you have Dominion, all you need is a box of Vanquishers and a Stormstrike Chariot, and you're there, pretty much. Because you'll already have Yndrasta. I think that's what in the Stormcast Spearhead. Stormcast Spearhead. What's in it? I can't remember. Annihilators, Vexilor, Yndrasta, Stormstrike Chariot, and 10 Vanquishers. Yeah, I was looking at this and I was like, do I paint my 5 remaining Vanquishers as Hammers of Sigmar just so I have the Spearhead, or do I just stick to my guns and paint them as Celestial Vindicators? I'm just gonna stick to my guns because, you know, worst case scenario. Because of the Annihilators already, they're already Celestial Vindicators. So having a mix of the two is fine, I think, from my perspective. There's lots of cool stuff. Lots of cool stuff on the horizon. It's a very, very exciting time to be alive. It's very, very cool. No, it's all. We just have to be patient, and also very excited. Oh look, 60,511. I feel very comfortable now saying we have 60,000 subscribers. Generally, if we haven't got more than 60,010, for example, I'm like, if I go and say, hey, thank you so much for 60,000 subs, I have people like Mr. Reza Prime, who might still be here, who just go and go, unsub, as a joke. It's his way of flirting. Yes, Mr. Liam is about to go live. And usually, 7:30 is when I end up signing off on a Monday. So, I'm going to jump. I'm going to bounce off. And I will redirect you over to Liam. So you can go and watch him continue to paint Stormcast. If you enjoyed today's stream. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. We've had 16 new members. I want to just say a big thank you to Mark Watson for being a member for 32 months, Baradon for the gifted membership, Joe Gooden, Marius Gage, and the Pete McF for the super chats, Sam Nash for being a member for 10 months, Travis Woodside, Adrian Mihai Zamfirescu, I think I've said that right. I hope that I've said that right. For the super chats, and Cameron and Vicious Goose for the gifted memberships. I'm sorry, Ben. I'm sorry. I've got to go and have me tea. I got to keep the big belly filled. Otherwise, I won't be able to paint all night. Just saying. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me, guys. I will see you all back on Wednesday for another live stream. Here is the hand of farewell. I love you. Enjoy Liam's stream. Tell him I sent you. Give him a wave. Or something like that. See you later, guys. Bye for now. Bye-bye.